What up, guys? Oh shit.
Due to a simple traveling error, we hopped on a chartered
So sorry,
luxury liner that
guys.
had been rented out by the
It's
prestigious
been like
Hannigan family.
not that
The
long. Actually, it's
passenger
not
list
even long.
consisted of only 10 people on board,
But
which
it's
included the
long to
Hannigan
me.
family
You
and
know,
their
I like
servant.
giving your
During the
the
voyage, the
episodes
head of
as
the
quick as
family,
I
Master
can.
Joseph
But I've been
Hannigan, was
having too
found
many
murdered in his
technical
cabin.
difficulties.
Everyone on the boat immediately suspected Theodore, who had just married Susanna Hannigan and taken on her last
Yeah,
name.
last night was
Theodore's
horrible.
father was the
I
CEO
feel
of Zimmer
sick. I'm
Enterprises
still
and
hurt. I'm
committed
still
suicide
sick.
10 years prior
I'm
after
nauseous.
Master
My head
Joseph
still
took
hurts.
control of
But
his company. Theodore was locked in the storage closet, and the case appeared
but
closed
hopefully,
when
you know,
tragedy
things start
struck
working again.
Ari
And
Hannigan's husband Shannon was killed
yeah,
as well,
so
and Theodore appeared
but
to have somehow
I'm not
escaped
giving
from
up.
the storage
I'm
room.
uploading every
That's
day.
where we stand right now as we pick up the
And
case in progress.
yeah, I hope you guys are excited.
Today's case, smooth sailing,
And
part 2.
yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be able to leave you guys for like 3 days. That's too much. I don't know how the other people do that. Like they post like once every like
Don't you touch
4
me!
days.
It's all your fault. If you hadn't married Theodore, then my Shannon would still be alive.
Dude,
You should be ashamed.
bitch, he just wanted you for
I
the
agree with
money.
her. For all we know, you're probably celebrating right now that they're dead, just so you can get your greedy paws onto some of their inheritance.
Bitch, you ugly.
You're wrong. I don't care about his money.
Yeah, she's a wifey
You know
material.
it hasn't been proven yet that Theodore is the killer.
What are you doing?
Uncle, you remember when we got to the storage room and the door was unlocked, right?
Uncle.
Yeah, of course I do.
The lock on that door can only be opened from the outside.
Yeah, you're right. And it wasn't broken either.
My head hurts, but I'm
That
still
can
solve
only
this.
mean his accomplice is still on this boat.
Wait, accomplice. I don't think he's the killer. No, I don't think so. You know what? Maybe he is. What's that say?
Let's see where everyone was. At the time that Shannon had been murdered, you three were all alone in your cabins resting, right?
God damn, Kurt. Yeah.
And what about you two? You're the only couple sharing a cabin.
Well, I'm a light sleeper, so I got up and went for a walk.
So this murder is much like the first, except for Susanna here, who was with us at the time. None of you have solid alibis.
Yeah.
This is absurd. Why name me a suspect? Don't forget it was my husband who was killed.
Oh, easy.
That's funny, because I think you would be the happiest that Shannon is gone.
What?
True.
Don't play innocent with me. Everyone knows that you were seeing someone else on the side.
You cheating bitch.
Oh, so you want to get personal with me? Is that it, Meredith? Well, I can play that game. You're the money hog that's been waiting for her inheritance.
Please, you two, stop it.
Cheating hoe.
That's great. Did you draw that all by yourself, Lucas? That's Susanna, isn't it?
Aren't they family?
Meredith, let's not forget your sweet son Lucas here. He's a suspect too.
Aren't they
Did
cousins?
you not see the boy nearly cry a river when Joseph ripped up his award-winning drawings?
You can't
What a
blame Lucas for my father
bitch.
not
I didn't know
being
he
able
did
to
that.
recognize artistic talent.
My husband would always poke fun at you, wouldn't he, Lucas? Calling you a dreadful nerd.
There's
I didn't kill him, if that's what you're getting at.
there's
The
no way he
person in this
did.
room
He's
who
too.
wanted to be free of grandfather the most was
He's weak.
Uncle Jacob. What do you have to say?
How dare you? Lucas, where are you going?
The restroom.
Will you be all right alone?
Yeah, Dad. Believe it or not, I'm old enough to be able to go to the bathroom by myself.
But Lucas...
What does
Mr.
that
Wood,
like hold his little
Was
pee-pee
there
for him?
some type of feud between Master Joseph and Mr. Jacob?
Mr. Jacob has wanted to leave the Hannigan family for some time. He kept insisting that he didn't have what it took to manage a big firm, but Master Joseph wouldn't take no for an answer.
Dude, that dude was
Even
such
if
a
Jacob had
dick.
gotten his wish, his wife Meredith would have never allowed him to leave the family.
Detective,
Huh?
I'm starting to get worried for my son. It's been 20 minutes since he went to the
You
bathroom.
think he
What if
died?
he's been stabbed too?
Doubt it. Oh no, he's just taking a shit. Oh,
What happened?
Easy now, everyone stay where you
I
are.
hope he doesn't die. He seems like a.
But what if Lucas is getting attacked right now?
Lucas!
Ma'am, you must stay here.
Oh,
It's
someone's gonna
much
get
too
stabbed in the
dangerous. Rachel, Conan, where are you two?
Father?
We're over here.
I'm gonna go find the fuse box. You two check the kid in the bathroom.
Wasn't the restroom this way?
Bro, they're gonna find him in his own shit.
Conan, that sounds
sounded like Lucas's voice.
No. Dude, he's gonna hit his face. No. Oh. He fell while he was taking a piss.
Mother's here.
Don't worry, it's not as bad as it looks.
Oh.
It's a shallow cut.
He did it to himself. Yo.
Lucas, who did this to you?
I don't know. The lights went out and I heard footsteps coming into the bathroom. Then the next thing I know, I'm being stabbed. I'm so sorry, Mom.
Nobody's gonna go in there while you taking a shit.
Oh.
Oh, you dumbass. Why is he
This is
holding
one of
it?
my knives.
Isaac, you didn't.
Now hold on a minute. I was in the dining room with the rest of you when the lights went out.
Why
How
would
could
he
I
put
be the
his
one that
fingerprints
stabbed
on
him?
it?
Yes, you're right.
There's only one person that could have done it, and that's Theodore.
No, that was he did it to himself, bro. Am I
That's
dumb?
not necessarily
This show's
true,
making
so
me
let's not jump
a
to any
genius.
conclusions. Leave Lucas here with Rachel and Susanna so they can treat his wound. The rest of you come with me to the electrical room.
Is there a clue back here or something, Detective?
His Conan's
You
legs.
could say that.
What in the world?
It's a rather archaic timing device. Anyone could make it if given the correct materials. You basically attach a weight to the breaker with rope, stabilize it, and then twist the rope around a candle. As the candle's wax melts down, the rope is eventually burnt by the candle's flame, forcing the weight to pull down the breaker switch. Judging by the amount of melted wax, I would say that this was set up quite a while ago. Which means that cutting the electricity could have been done by any one of you many hours ago. For right now, I'm going to continue searching for Theodore. But for your safety, you must all stay put inside the dining room until I get back.
Conan, yeah, me and Conan thinking the same thing right now. Yeah. What the hell was that? Why did he move his body like that? Oh, he was there. Hey. Yo, that running looked funny. Yo, this it looks funny.
Feel any better, Lucas?
He did it on his leg.
I swear,
That's what most
we've
people
searched
do
every nook and cranny on this boat.
Maybe he's not even on the ship
when they're trying to pretend they got
I think there's
attacked.
still some areas that we haven't checked out yet. You know,
Or the
we
arm.
still haven't looked in the family's cabins.
They're gonna find some naughty magazines.
Well, those two cabins came up clean. What's the deal with these two? They don't seem to be a very happy couple. You
I
got
know.
any dirt on them, Willard?
Yes.
Yes.
Suppose it comes from them being cousins. They've known each other since they were children, so there's a lot of history there.
Cousins.
Wait, they're cousins and they got married?
Ew.
It's true, and if I remember correctly, Master Joseph was furious when he heard they were getting married.
It always comes back
Ew.
to Master Joseph.
That's gross, bro. And-
Mm,
Okay, so this is it.
I'm starting to wonder if Rachel was right about him leaving the ship.
Richard, look what I found here. I think it's a knife case.
The dude that was taking
Yeah?
a shit, he was tired of his parents being so like suffocating and
It's
stuff.
missing two knives.
Where could they be?
We found one in the bathroom where Lucas was stabbed, but the other, it could be anywhere.
Lucas did it. I don't think Lucas did it by himself though.
This has got to be Lucas's cabin. And look, here are his sketches.
Rachel, you should have checked before running in here. What would you have done if Theodore were hiding in here with that knife?
He's actually quite a talented artist. Conan, do you think he sketched the scene of the crime for us?
Her eyes is right on his face.
That was not funny.
That was not funny. Wait,
Rachel,
what?
Stop it. You're getting your prints on everything.
Okay.
That's cute.
Any luck finding him yet, Detective?
He's around here somewhere.
Hey, what is this?
Charcoal. You use it to sketch with.
And this thing?
Hey, put that
Paper
stuff
towel?
down. Let's go.
Coming. It's bread that you use as an eraser.
Huh.
Bread.
That's interesting.
Okay, so we didn't find him in
It's
our
Lucas,
cabins,
but we need to
and
find out
Susanna's
why.
room came up clean. Ari's cabin here is the last one we have to search.
Probably because the old man was a freaking
He
bitch.
may not even be on board at all. Hmm? Did you find something over here?
No, it's nothing. I just slipped.
This is a waste
I
of
think
time. What do you say we head back to the
I think
dining
Theodore's in there. What?
Excuse me,
What happened?
Mr. Willard?
Hmm?
Is it possible that...
Ah!
Does that sound about right?
Who told you? Only Master Joseph and myself are supposed to know anything about that.
What?
I
He's
knew it.
I have to look at all 3 incidents, starting with the first. I found the piece of bread at Joseph Hannigan's crime scene. What happened to the murder weapon? And then there's the second
was the
murder to think
pencil.
about. What exactly were the sounds I heard when Shannon was killed? And who is responsible for opening that storage room door? And of course the
Him.
third incident, when Lucas was attacked during the blackout.
This damn Lucas little
Attacks are connected.
bitch.
It all makes sense when they're put together.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. So this is what it is. They found a damn blow up doll in that cabinet.
Richard,
I don't know
can you
what
come here?
I don't know what the blow up doll's
Yeah,
for,
all right.
but all I know is Lucas
So,
did it.
Did you find something?
Sorry, old buddy.
The way he like
Conan, where's
laid
my
down.
dad?
He was
Fell.
looking for you to gather everyone in Ari's cabin. He said he had something important to tell us.
Something important?
Mm-hmm. See you soon.
Look at his ass out.
Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up! Let's see, Richard's voice is number 59.
Alright, so
He knows who did it.
Lucas did it,
Okay,
but I don't know
everyone,
why.
Thanks for coming.
So
I have
another
some
case
important
solved.
information to share regarding the
Thank
recent
you.
tragic events.
So, tell us who the killer is.
We all know who did it.
It's Theodore's doing.
We can't jump to any conclusions. Before I reveal the name of the killer, let's
right on
review
his
each of the
crotch.
crimes once more. Our first victim was Joseph. He was found violently stabbed to death in his locked cabin. And blood was discovered in the doorway of his room.
Violently
This leads me
stabbed.
to believe that he was stabbed outside the cabin, then escaped his attacker by running back in his room and locking the door. I presume he died shortly thereafter. We also found a flower lying at the foot of his
Two
door.
knives
That's
gone.
right. It was the flower that Theodore had been wearing before the
One
murder.
knife for
It
him
proves
and
that
one
he's
knife for
guilty.
Lucas.
No, it
Luke,
doesn't.
yeah.
And this is where things get odd. If Joseph was initially stabbed outside of his room, then why was the hallway there void of any traces of blood?
That's easy. Perhaps the killer cleaned all the blood up from the hallway to delay us from
Why is he
finding the
sweating?
crime.
What I'm getting at is that the flower was found in front of Joseph's door on a clean floor. I could understand if the flower was dropped during a struggle and
Oh
the
my
killer
God.
ran off, but that's not the case. Someone cleaned that hallway. Whoever did that must have seen the flower lying there. But why not pick the flower up after finishing the floor? The only logical explanation for this is that the flower was left deliberately in an attempt to implicate Theodore as the murderer.
Exactly.
The second murder brings us to Shannon, who was clubbed to his death on the ship's deck. Unlike the
Clubbed.
murder of Joseph, as well as Lucas's attack in the bathroom, no evidence was left behind.
Yeah,
at the scene.
'cause they threw
This
it.
leads me to believe that Shannon's murder was not premeditated. If we're to believe that one person is responsible for all 3 of these attacks, then I can only assume that the decision to kill Shannon was made in a matter of seconds. So what was the motive behind killing Shannon? The key to that mystery can be found inside of this case.
Hey, that's the case where I store my knives.
Look here. 2 of the knives are missing from the case. One was found in the bathroom where Lucas was stabbed, but
Yeah.
where could the second be? Conan claimed to hear 2 mysterious sounds on the deck after Shannon's death. The low thud he heard was most likely the sound of Shannon being bludgeoned. But what about the splashing water that Conan spoke of?
Wait, how did he put
I
it on
find it
there
very
without
possible that the sound Conan heard was the second knife missing from this case being thrown into the sea. Shannon most likely witnessed the suspect throwing away the knife and was killed in order to stay quiet about the killer's identity. It all adds up.
But
Okay, I
detective,
didn't know that.
still doesn't explain how Theodore was able to escape from the storage room.
I agree. We should set our focus on Theodore.
How quickly you forget. Remember that the storage room door was locked from the outside.
Yeah.
Theodore couldn't have escaped unless someone opened the door for him.
Exactly.
Then
Stupid
who
bitch.
did it?
And who are you implicating?
Lucas.
The killer himself.
Oh my!
You see, Shannon's murder was not premeditated, and it took place while Theodore was securely locked up. The killer had succeeded in placing the blame on Theodore for the first murder, but with the second he had a solid alibi. That explains why the killer chose to unlock the door, thereby creating the illusion that Theodore escaped from the storage room and then murdered Shannon.
Yeah.
But that doesn't explain why Theodore ran away.
She's right, and he's still hiding
Because y'all
somewhere.
think
Well,
it's
why don't we let
him.
him explain that for himself? Theodore, you can stop hiding now.
He
It's
was-
okay to come out.
I
Show
knew it
yourself.
was in the cabinet, bro. I
Is he
called
here in
it.
the room right now
Then I
with
said
us?
blow up doll, but I knew it was him.
Theodore.
Theodore, don't be a bitch. We know you didn't do it. At least me and Conan know.
Tell us what happened when you escaped the storage room, son.
I thought that something might have happened to Susanna. I couldn't stand being stuck in that dark little room any longer, so when I tried to break out, I found the door unlocked, and I ran out to the ship's deck.
It's Theodore. He's the one we should be looking for.
Shannon!
I thought that I would be blamed for that murder as well, so I ran to look for another place to lay low.
Exactly.
I've been hiding inside of this cabin ever since.
Then that would mean someone else is responsible for the attack on Lucas in the bathroom.
Yeah.
So you're just going to believe Theodore? Who else here would do such a thing?
The person that attacked Lucas did so because he made a very fatal mistake.
A mistake?
Yes, by unlocking the storage room's door. Up to that point, Theodore had been successfully framed for the murders, but the door was unlocked from the outside, so now the possibility of an accomplice was viable. And the killer, who'd remained in the clear, suddenly became the suspect. In an act of desperation, the killer came up with a plan to clear himself of suspicion in the two murders, which brought about the third crime, the attack on Lucas in the bathroom during the blackout.
Let me hear.
The events surrounding this third attack effectively dug the suspect's own grave in this
case. Yes,
Lucas
he
never
did.
mentioned the attacker using a flashlight, so it should have been nearly impossible for the suspect to see Lucas in the darkness, let alone
There we
stab
go.
him and get away unnoticed.
Thank you.
But the key piece of evidence was actually left in the bathroom.
Thank you.
Unlike the first two attacks, the suspect left his weapon at the scene of the crime, but that's not exactly the whole story. What I should have said was he couldn't take his weapon with him because, after all, the suspect was lying on the floor bleeding from the wound to his leg.
No, it can't be.
I was
It's
right,
true.
bitch.
Lucas stabbed himself.
You dumb bitch.
I'm also certain that both Mr. Hannigan's and Shannon's murderer was none other than Lucas.
2 cases
He
out
is
of
the
20.
killer that we've been looking for.
Out of 24 episodes, pretty damn good.
Is it true?
So
You
I
rigged
mean,
the elaborate setup for the blackout to leave the question of who actually stabbed you hanging in the air. Your flawed logic told you that if Theodore had been cleared of the murders and found innocent, then all of the suspicion would fall squarely on your shoulders.
I don't believe a word of this nonsense.
Shut up,
All
you
I keep
married your
hearing are
cousin.
theories. Do you have any proof?
This is your proof, ma'am. It's a piece of bread that I found lying next to the body of Master Joseph at the first crime scene.
A piece of bread?
Yeah, I don't get it.
As you well know, Lucas is an art student. I witnessed him myself sketching on the deck just minutes before Master Joseph was murdered. Now, bread is often used as a makeshift eraser when sketching in charcoal, which is what Lucas was using.
Uh-huh.
That piece of bread must have fallen out of his pocket when he attacked and killed Master Joseph. I found it lying in a pool of Joseph's blood, and upon closer inspection, found traces of charcoal still evident on the piece of bread.
I wish
That
I would have
is solid
remembered
proof
that.
Lucas had dropped it.
But
I would have
he
looked
had
so
no
pro.
motive for this. Lucas had no reason to kill his grandfather.
Ah, yes. That had me puzzled up to the very end of this investigation, until I happened to see a certain something in his cabin.
Oh, no, not that.
This is the motive.
He's in
This
love.
sketchbook is the reason Lucas was driven to kill his own grandfather.
Because he's in love with his damn cousin.
It's more the content than the drawing itself.
I don't see what you mean.
Stop it.
There's gonna be nudes.
Please stop it.
Wait a minute. Every page is a drawing of Susanna.
You damn psycho. Aww.
Please, Lucas. Tell me it's not true.
I feel a little bad for him.
It's true. Lucas is deeply in love with Susanna.
That's his cousin, right? I think, right?
I had no idea.
Mr. Willard confirmed it for me. He said you couldn't bring yourself to tell Susanna of your strong feelings for her, so you went to Joseph to ask for...
Yes, it's true. I asked him for his permission to marry Susanna. But he refused to even hear me out. He swore in his
Damn.
life that he would never allow me to marry her because I had no direction in life. And then, as if to rub it in, he announced that Theodore would be marrying Susanna. Yesterday,
That dude was always
while
a
I
dick,
on
though.
The deck sketching, Grandfather started yelling at me and insulting me.
So you're still pretending to be an artist, are you?
He deserved it,
Couldn't
bro.
take it anymore. And I wouldn't forgive Grandfather for holding me back from marrying Susanna. Or Theodore for stealing my one true love. I can never forgive them!
Someone just smacks the shit out of him. Alright. Alright. I did it, guys. I think I'm a detective. All right, let's see. There's probably a ending thing.
Be honest with me. Do you still hold a grudge against my grandfather and everyone else in my
My
family?
neck.
It's true, I'm Edward Zimmer's son. Your family took over my father's company, and he committed suicide because of it. And it's true, I got close to your grandfather, hating him all the while. That isn't until I met you, Susanna.
Bet. Make out.
Lucas's downfall came from feelings of love that he could not confess nor act on. His young life was brought to an abrupt end from emotions he didn't know how
Poor
to control.
kid, bro.
As our ship
Paris.
approaches the city's harbor, the dying red sun gazes down on the grieving Hannigan family. Only time will be able to heal their wounds.
Damn. Hey, man. Hey, this was a good one. This was a good one. I like this one. It's really good. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if I missed anything. Let me know anything else in the comments. You know, I love talking to you guys. Leave a like if you want more. You know, if y'all hit that like button, I'll concentrate a lot more on Detective Conan for this week, for the rest of the week, and put out more of them. And yeah, and thank you so much for watching. Y'all the best. I love every single one of you. Thank you for all my new subs. It blows my mind that y'all actually subbing to me. Like, for real. Like, thank you. Like, I feel like we're like this close together. Like, honestly, whoops. But thank you for honesty, and it means the world to me. And please, like, shows me that you want more and you're enjoying yourself. And yeah, so Detective anime dude out the window. Oh man, that was cringe. I should cut that out. But anyways, I love you guys. Till next time.